Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
But big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Holt looking for the end zone. And that is caught. But how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on first down. Holt, he sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. First quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a first down. Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Justin Herbert, sacked. Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home. But this, and that's caught inside the 30.
That's good.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Titans. 54 yards. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8.
Good for a
19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. The Titans again will line up here to go for the 2-point conversion. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, here's Hall. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it. When things have changed a little bit, they have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short pass caught by Henry, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
Chargers.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Herbert's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's to his running back, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And let's look at their passing game, more specifically their receiving game. These guys have been great out wide.
I'm with you on that one.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 98 yards. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Here we go now as they will again try for two. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. We're not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
On the return, here's Hall. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This complete to Henry over the middle. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Herbert back to the air. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. On the return, here's Hall. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger.
Going? Yeah.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right? He's got a man complete.
That's good.
And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one goes for 24 yards. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And this offense continues to pour it on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. On the return, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know,
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
On the return, here's Hall. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down, Mixon. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Herbert off of play action. Keeps himself upright. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Herbert operating from the red zone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
To the air again, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Herbert on first down now. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Titans' 3-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, I think you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Makes the score Titans 64.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the...
That's caught inside the 20.
That's good.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
LA readies for its next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
On third down, Herbert over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things up. He's got it at the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the... And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
25-yard line.
The Chargers ready to take over. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
But it's third down.
Herbert on third down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is taken at about the 14. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the... And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
Man, I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard
The
line.
Rams ready to go on offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And that might be Titan football. It is.
And now hang on here. I believe, yeah, that is Justin Herbert, the young quarterback, still down.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Following the fumble recovery.
Holt.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
At their own 25-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th
You'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.